Welcome, everybody. My name is Michael, and today Bitcoin is at $58,830. We had BNB rise above $360, so that was doing really well. But today we're discussing about Korean Bitcoin. That is right. The kimchi premium. What that means is that Bitcoin and other altcoins are always at a higher price on Korean exchanges with the Korean currency. Now, why is that? You cannot have foreigners who are going to be registering and selling their Bitcoin for arbitrage on a Korean exchange, and you can't have the citizens of Korea purchasing abroad unless they have a second passport. But the legalities of that, I'm not sure what they would be, if they'd be even allowed to do that. Anyways, most Korean citizens are purchasing Bitcoin from these exchanges, and the price is at a completely different level. Here we have Bitcoin / South Korean won, and we take this amount, which is constantly changing, but we're going to copy paste that into Google, and here was the last time I saw it, which was approximately 20 minutes ago. As you can see, $69,230. We've never had Bitcoin above $61,800. So you already can see a huge difference. And there we go. That's the most current price of $69,121.98 compared to our normal price of $58,844. So the kimchi premium is the difference between the normal Bitcoin price that you see on most exchanges and the Bitcoin price that you see on Korean exchanges. Now, what's made it a little bit difficult is for Korean citizens, you've actually had less options over the years. Bitcoin is currently trading on Bithumb above $69,000, which is a huge difference. And previously, it was trading at $66,000 when experts first started noticing this difference, and it was over 15%. However, currently, if we take 69,000 and divide it by 58,800, that's over a 17.3% difference. And people have said that there was an even larger difference of over 20% at points, which is crazy. That's what people who are purchasing without IDs, without KYC, and that's a big premium right there as it is on Paxful, and people used to do this on local Bitcoins. Now, Ethereum is trading over $2,400 on Bithumb compared to a normal 2,000. We're still above 2,000, 2,100 on Coinbase. Now, Coinbase is a little bit different than all of the normal exchanges. There's always going to be a few percent difference here and there. And arbitrage usually doesn't make sense unless you're doing something with large amounts. As stated previously, even though there is a kimchi premium, arbitrage can't happen unless there was a way around it if you had a Korean passport and also dual citizenship with the United States or in Europe somewhere. It's because Korean exchanges don't accept foreign clients due to local regulations. So most arbitrage, or possibly even 100% of arbitrage, isn't allowed. Korean citizens cannot buy cryptocurrencies at lower prices on global exchanges. And Binance and OKX had local exchanges in Korea, but both of them shut down recently. So you had more options, and now there's only one really good option. There's a few other Korean exchanges, but they're not on the same size. And the smaller ones are going to give you even worse rates. So the kimchi premium first appeared in 2016. And according to the University of Calgary, they were studying this between 2016 and 2018. The kimchi premium averaged nearly 4.8%. and was as high as 55%. Now, of course, that didn't last too long, but 55%. This was January 2018 at the peak of Bitcoin. So that means we're already returning to crazy levels. And what if we hit $100,000? We might see Koreans already paying over $100,000 by the time we hit $80,000 or maybe $70,000. As I always said, there are areas of this world, and there are people who mainly want to avoid KYC who will pay a premium, and therefore people have always been overpaying. And when we hit $20,000 a record, there were people who were paying $30,000, even more. There have been probably people who have paid over $100,000 for Bitcoin, usually out of FOMO or because they need it for something illegal. But this is crazy that an entire country of people who are into technology, who are into cryptocurrency, Korea is really well known for a lot of ICO projects and a lot of cryptocurrency projects. Due to local regulations, they're forced into this. Now, India it could always be worse. They've been trying to ban Bitcoin and all of these cryptocurrencies, and China banned ICOs. So if you're looking at Korea and you're saying, well, that's a little unfair, it can always be worse. But it's something interesting to look at. And I'm sure just like in 2018, approaching 2021, 2022, the kimchi premium, the difference will grow larger. And you can also see this in a lot of DeFi projects. So if I was a citizen of Korea, I, again, don't know the legalities, but I'd probably look for possibilities of purchasing abroad if I was traveling or if I was a citizen of another nation. Just like right now, I have a normal Binance account, but when I come back to the United States, I'm going to have to get a Binance US account. I'm using Binance Pro, and I think there was I did use BitThumb, so I had to have a BitThumb Pro account to sell my divvy, because on the normal BitThumb account, there was no divvy on there, which was rather surprising. So you always have to check what types of exchanges you're able to do. Now, I wouldn't be able to sign up without my Polish passport to certain exchanges. And I'm sure there's a lot of American citizens that have gone looking for citizenship in the Caribbean or other nations where it's rather easy to get this for purposes just like this, and possibly tax avoidance. But I cannot recommend on any of this. I'm not an expert. So that's today's video. It's rather interesting to look at this. Maybe if you're a individual watching from Korea, because we do have some Korean viewers, it's a small amount, but if you are watching from Korea, you can enlighten us more on this situation in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We shall see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining in today. Bitcoin has been, apart from Korea, Bitcoin has been testing $60,000 constantly, but it just can't. There's so much resistance. So a lot of people think this is good. A lot of people think that there's so much excitement right now that when we finally surpass $60,000, we might even hit up to $70,000 rather quickly. I think that there will be some resistance along the way past 60,000, between $65,000, but we're definitely going to break the all-time high of 61,800, get to 62, 63, 64,000 whenever we finally break this. So if you're holding on to Bitcoin, hodl on. It might be a rough ride pretty soon, but it's going to be exciting. So stay tuned. Have a good one. Bye.